All right. There. Can you see that? I don't know what. Does it need to be more? Or do you need to come back more? That's how they know somebody messed with my stuff. Cause what the fuck? Anyway. All right, whatever. Welcome back to Spiritually Beautiful and Divine, Feminine and Masculine on the occasion of Tarot. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I truly appreciate it. Um, if you are new here and you just happen to be a lucky one who is catching this live, congratulations. Make sure that you lock in. Okay, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Um, Definitely liking the videos, sharing the videos. Um, Hyping the videos up, just showing that love, showing that support. Um, okay. When you're done with that, join my exclusive community and VIP Patreon. All right, it's where I post my most exclusive psychic readings, breaking news, trending topics that everybody wants to see on. Most importantly, again, if I'm not here, if you're on Patreon, then you're getting all the tea, specifically the all access tier and Patreon. All right. That gives you access to all my psychic readings as I post them. Because I got 50,000 channels. All right. So you ain't got to be worried like checking. If it ain't a Patreon, ain't nothing going on. All right. Here. So I'm glad everybody is catching on. All right. So shout out to everyone that is over there in Patreon. There is a menu there, but if you just want access to all of my psychic readings because you just love, all right, me, period, all access here. Okay. Okay, now that being said, Divine Feminine girl, go ahead, girl, come on in here. Cause technically you're okay, like usually Saturday is my day off. I'm a tourist. I got a lot of tourists, but it just be hard. It just be hard to stop. I have to make myself like stop working. So I thought I was like over here just pulling a little some, just catching a little, and girl, I'm like, what the I pull like two cars and I'm like, oh my god. Let me come over here and because this is kind of like when you call and you FaceTime your homegirl, you like bitch 911. Okay, like hold up, all right. So I know for a fact, I know it ain't me, girl, because I'm celibate. All right, that could be for you. Some of you divine feminines that are celibate, if you're dating somebody, entertaining somebody, this could be the next person you encounter. The character of this person. For those of you that are actively dating in relationships, engagements, whatever the case, however, it resonates. Okay. That's what this is given. All right. But it definitely could be someone that is currently watching me, watches my channel, watches my readings, or is about to. All right. So this is 911. This is the girl chat. Everything on deck. Divine masculine, your nose, the ass. You're about to get exposed. So if you're gonna get triggered, go ahead, GTFO. All right. All right, girl. So this is what I am getting. Okay. The music is kind of throwing me off. Hold up. I need something like more mellow. Yeah, let's do that. And I also it's like how this looking here. All right. I hope that door is like closed. All right. All right. Sorry if that took too long. Usually don't nobody be on here except for the stalker that just be stalking all my channels with his watching show looking ass. But whatever. Okay. All right, girl. So this is what I am getting. Okay. For some of you, whatever the case, all right, whether you're dating, celibate, looking, whatever, okay, there is a masculine. Okay, it started off with this surprise card. All right, you see how he dropping something in the river? Okay. Because at first I thought it was going to be like a world prediction, and then it very much gave something else. All right, so we have surprise, and then we have sorrow. Okay. What I am getting, divine feminine. Okay, however this resonates for you, past, present, or future. Okay. Some of you, there is a masculine who is actively plotting to get you pregnant. Okay, they gon' they gonna poke holes in the condom because you see how he putting something in the river. This river is your vagina. All right, he gonna poke holes in the river because some of you may be real like, oh, and I feel like this is for somebody that knows that you don't want to have a baby right now, or if this is like the beginning of your relationship, marriage, is getting trapped, okay, or somebody wants to keep either trapping you with babies. This is like, especially if you just keep getting pregnant and you're just like, okay, enough, like, I don't want no more kids, or I'm about to go to school, so make sure you wear protection. It's giving something like you have a goal and you have plans for this goal, and so you made it clear like, okay, I don't want to have children, or I don't want to have a kid right now. This masculine got you pregnant on purpose, or somebody is planning to get you pregnant on purpose. They're gonna poke holes in the condoms and they're gonna let out their swimmers. All right, and then this is you over here motherfucking devastated. All right. Now for some of you, because this is bed of flowers over here, some of you, you are celibate. Okay, and however you meet this person, entertain this person, if you have a conversation around kids and you express a desire like, yeah, I want them, but later they're going to do it on purpose. This is the energy of somebody that, because it says surprise, okay? So this is the energy of somebody getting you pregnant on purpose because A, they know you really don't want it, you're not ready right now. And divine masculine, this could be vice versa, okay? Because I felt masculine present like, well, if, okay, just however that resonates. All right. So if you express to a woman or to whatever, do you have your phone, your which is goofy as hell? Because why aren't you wearing a condom? Okay. If you get the condom from them, that's what this is. Like somebody is trapping somebody when they know they don't want to have a baby, or they want to wait to have a baby. They want to wait to have a kid. This could be past, present, future. Okay. Here, some of you, again, you are celibate and you've already expressed, well, I want to get engaged. I want to enjoy my engagement. Then we get married. Then we have honeymoon. I want to work. I want us to have a house. I want us to have fun, enjoy each other. And then 2 years down the road, like this is giving like you have plans, you have goals. I just had a baby a year ago, or you had your babies and you're like, okay, cool, put a pause. I got some shit that I want to do. I don't want no more babies right now. Maybe we'll talk about it. And this is somebody that actively, they're trapping you with the baby to shut you down, okay, to block, to disrupt, to entrap, to keep you. All right. So with this sorrow, you see how she's devastated. It could be a boy. All right. I not only feel like they trapped you with a baby, but I also feel like somebody has an STD or something like that because her dress is yellow and his jacket is red. And for me, that just give clinic. Okay. Here, so it's like double homicide. Okay, is what this is given. All right. I may or may not show cards if it interrupts the channeling because that's what I feel channeling energy right now. Okay. For some of you, you are celibate or you are a virgin. They're going to get you on the first time. Okay. This is like the first time you have sex, or this is like the first time you break celibacy with them. Okay. Um, and I feel like it was a big thing with protection. It was a big thing like with birth control. You were asking them like, you have this condom on, are you sure? And they're like, oh yeah, 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 sure. But no, they was plotting the whole time. Somebody poked like multiple holes in something, okay, here. And you may have noticed that the sex was like real passionate and real, because even though the holes were there and they may have been microscopic to you, they may have just been really just like really taking you through there because they want to make sure them swimmers got through. You know what I mean? To get you pregnant. Now the crazy part is they gonna play crazy. You know what I mean? You're gonna end up pregnant. You're gonna get the news from the doctor. You're gonna get the results. You're gonna get the results because you're sick. I feel like real sick because it's probably a boy or something like that. I feel like whether this is your first baby or your third baby, you're gonna be sicker like you've never fucking been sick before. Like something about this baby, and probably because of the energy and the way it was conceived, and there was deception around it. I just feel like you're gonna be sicker, baby. I feel like you go to the clinic and you think you got that lettuce disease already. Okay, but you're really pregnant. All right. For some of you, I do feel like they give you something, little something. All right. Um, here. Okay. Um, but yeah, it's probably a boy. Okay. Um, and some of them, their excuse is, they just want to have a baby by you. Like some men do that. They be like, oh, I definitely, I want a baby by her. Let me put a baby in her. Like there's some weirdo, whatever. But they're gonna play crazy. Yeah, somebody definitely has something. They already know they have something. So if you have some issues going down in your woman area, itching whatever, and they okay, they have something. They know they have it. All right, like they know. Okay, this could be somebody that also does a lot of FaceTime. They'll eat a okay. Here. All right. Okay, what else here? But I just feel like when you find this out, you're gonna be very devastated. Okay. And even more devastating because this person is actively going to gaslight you. Like, well, I don't know. They may even play mind games like, well, are you sure it's mine? Or you know what I mean? Well, they know they poked holes in the shit, but to keep up with the, whatever, so you're not suspicious of them, they're gonna play crazy. They might even like somebody's a okay, somebody's a loser. All right. They know they got you pregnant on purpose. They know this is an intention, but to keep up the facade so you don't suspect them. And again, for some of you, you are celibate or you are exclusively dating. You're not sleeping around, but just to kind of go with the story so you don't catch on to the sabotage or whatever. They're gonna gaslight you until you eventually figure out a way, bitch, that it was your fault. Okay, like the fuck. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna gaslight you until you're just like, okay, well maybe whatever. Okay. Real loser shit. Okay, what else? Divine feminine. All right, so pregnancy. Okay. Here, and a lot of you don't. Okay, I feel like a lot of you. I feel like once you get this news after the fact, just their demeanor, behavior, disposition surrounding this pregnancy, you're gonna be like, I do not want to have a baby by this motherfucker. A lot of you're gonna be praying, like, oh my God, like, please, just like you see the rose over here at the end, like, please just self, okay, let the baby self delete because their behavior surrounding you confronting them, like, bitch, did you get me pregnant on purpose? What the fuck you said you were wearing? You know, a rubber or whatever. They're gonna be acting real. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be a red flag. Like, yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to copy. I don't want to bring another one of you here on Earth. Okay. Um, and they did this because you are fertile, or they did this to stay attached to you, to stay attached to your abundance. You were putting up some type of resistance to something, and so they got you pregnant. So you know what I mean, as a way to kind of secure and lock you down or shut something you wanted, a goal, a dream, a timeline. What? Okay, it's really just out of spite and just okay, like the person's a loser. Okay, they've done this before. Yeah, but so now it's just a waiting game with this, and they okay. They did, and I feel like not only did they get you pregnant, but they know they have something. They know that they have like an STD because they, passing it around. They're probably, I haven't done the tarot, but they're probably cheating or have cheated, or they've heard this from other women because you see how yeah, they got AIDS. I'm sorry, somebody got HIV, but this is a whole nother feminine. All right, but they both got on yellow skirts. Okay, which for me again is ill health. So they already have knowledge, okay, of this. All right. And they just kind of waiting on you to catch up whenever you go to the clinic so they can maybe they gonna play crazy again. Okay, they're gonna play like I feel like they run this or have run this program on, you know, several women or whatever. Um here, okay. Is this if this was the type like, oh, my ex is crazy, or oh, and you have some way of contacting her, or I feel like there is an ex or something, girlfriend or whatever of theirs that is aware of you, aware of him, the situation, or that he's dating you, and they just sitting back like, I wonder how long before she figure out. I wonder how long before she start burning. I wonder how long before she end up pregnant. Okay. I wonder how long it's gonna take her to go to the doctor and get that full STD panel, and she figure out, you know what I mean? Because somebody definitely does got that the alphabet soup. Okay. Here for sure. All right. Yeah, haughtiness and prison on the bottom of the deck. All right, and wedding. Yeah, this was to bind you to them. And I'm telling you, somebody got something. All right. Here, they are very reckless. Um, they use their looks though. This is a very attractive person, attractive and arrogant. Okay. And so I feel like they used their looks and their aesthetic, if they look good, body T, divine masculine or feminine, that's what they look to draw people in. All right, and um to lower your defenses. And again, you know they have this nasty woman nasty man's disease. All right, and they know that because they were lax, because they were loose, because they were reckless, sleeping around unprotected and all this, now they have this life sentence with this prison, and they want you to have it too. Okay, they want you to, they just okay. Here. All right. Yes, it's a death sentence because you see the urn in the corner. All right, and then he's bending over a bench in prison. So some of they're trying to bench you. This is somebody. Okay, this is a predator who looks for pretty women, virginal women, celibate women, women who are in their prime, women who have their whole life ahead of them. Um, um, they have plans, goals for the future. All right. Um, this person also sees women as competition. All right. I say masculine. This is really, this is going to be for divine feminine. All right. But I see there's like masculine energy, like thinking back, like, damn, did that bitch try? Like, yeah, she did. Okay. But I'm gonna get to you because I got something for you. I definitely okay. This is real tea. I got something for you, divine masculine. So you just hold that motherfucking thought because, bitch. All right. Um, but this is somebody that definitely goes after women that just the very essence of, if you have your own thing, whether you're spiritual, whether you're a boss, whether you're smart, you have degrees, you're killing it in your field, you're together, you're confident, you come from good breeding, good, just like strong, confident. You okay, they just it's like they want to get you pregnant and fill you with all this trauma and chaos again of having a disease, contracting something and passing something along to humble you. They want to humble you through giving you this death sentence, basically. All right, so that's why they look for this predator looks for accomplished women. All right, it don't mean you have $1 million in the bank, you know what I mean? But a bitch like me that's been like, oh, I've been celibate for damn near a decade, they like, let me get her. Let me get her because who that bitch thinks she is? Oh, she thinks she, what you, oh, you guys' daughter, okay? So they come over, they smelling extra good. They got the clean motherfucking shave. They bring in all your favorite treats. They bring in the wine. You know what I mean? You are a target to them because who you are is an offense. All right. So they like, yeah, well, I'm finna check on out of here or shit ain't going right for me. Let me ruin, let me wipe this smear. It's okay. Like somebody is just a weirdo. Okay. So they definitely did this on purpose. Again, definitely when it comes to a pregnancy. Okay, some of them just sitting back waiting. For some of you, they're waiting and they have like this ex, okay, that's also this ex who knows the program, and they've just, I guess kind of come to terms with it. But this ex, instead of warning the women or warning people this person is dating, because I do feel like this ex stalks this masculine, you know, now she got to axe to grind because you look better than her, or like these are really fucking sick individuals. Okay, here, but she just sits back, stalks you, stalks him, watches the show, and you know what I mean. Um, because she wants to see you in the same predicament. It's a bunch of they're okay. Like these people are sick and miserable. All right, here, and we have wedding. Yeah, look, just sitting back. Wait, yes, okay. This ex again knows about the clinic trips and the diseases and the HIVs, all of that. They know this. All right. Um, here you could be, for some of you, you could be marrying. This could be your fiance. All right. But I feel like if anything, it's like a curse. It's like a hex. It's like a spiritual assassination, literally. Because we have wedding here, and again, you see that he's in the yellow cloth, he's in the red cloth, and it's just like, okay, now, well, we got to be together now. You go to the doctor, you get your results, and you tell him, and he's like, "Well, it ain't no death sentence. It ain't no, you know what I mean." And so now you got to be with me. Or you pregnant? Now you got to be with me. Or you got this? Well, now you got to be with me. Now you got to marry me because who else you gonna marry? Who else you gonna be with? It's shit like this. Like somebody is really a fucked up individual. All right, here, and they just sit back and wait for you to catch up, wait for you, to go to the doctor, get your visits, get your, because they know you're coming with the mess. And then that's their excuse. Like, well, now you got to be with me with this wedding. Now you got to marry me. Okay. It's just a matter of time. And again, I feel like this person has done this to multiple people. And maybe, when they outlaw this or for real, and enforce this, it will be a crime punishable by death because that is like attempted murder to me. But I feel like it just seemed like it's a bunch of exes or women that, and maybe because the sex is good or something, I don't know. But it's like a bunch of people sitting back waiting on you, knowing this man is the enemy, knowing that this man hunts women, and maybe y'all go Instagram official or whatever, and they know it's only a matter of time. And instead of warning you and saying something like, girl, he's the motherfucking killer, don't sleep with him, don't nothing, them hoes just sit back and wait. They just sit back and wait, like, I wonder how long it's gonna take for him to sleep with her. I wonder how long it's gonna take before she realized, she got some fatal. Now she over here with us, and now everybody, a big happy family. Like these, like somebody is weird as fuck. Okay, girl. I'm just saying. All right, it's a bunch of women that know that this masculine is motherfucking Dr. Death, basically, that he's infested with entities, diseases, fatal diseases, all of that. And so when he pops up with these new hoes or new women or whatever, they just sit there like, he got another one. He got another one. And out of pure, just okay, hatred is like, well, now that bitch got it. Oh, she thought she was finna marry him. She thought that she was finna have a baby. She thought that she was better. Wait till that bitch find out. Wait till she find out that, wait till she go to the doctor. And yeah, I feel like you can tell, or you will be able to tell, because they all have this look. Because both of these women, these characters, they kind of look sickly around the eyes, dark circles around the eyes, dark. Not me, bitch. This is mascara. But I'm just saying that you could see the death, okay, on them. Okay, you can see the curse. Okay, here, because he wants to sentence everybody to death and steal their light. steal their fate, okay, steal their destiny, all right, with him because he's bitter about it. So yeah, girl, uh the baby, unfortunately, those of you that have a baby by this person or you ended up um pregnant, I do feel like the baby could possibly contract something. Okay, I don't know if, I guess depending on when they catch it. I don't know how far modern medicine is right now. If they could get a baby some so it don't catch the HIV or whatever, but I feel like the baby comes out and the baby has either a congenital defect, or you find out in utero that you have contracted, trigger warning, okay, uh the alphabet soup, okay, and that the baby has it, or it's a strong possibility that the baby could be born with it, or they want to take measures so the baby doesn't be born with it. They might suggest a C-section or something like that, or again, because you have been sleeping with this person and they are infected with these diseases, that something might be wrong. Is there's a red flag? Either the baby comes out with the alphabet soup disease, or the baby, could have congenial, I ain't saying it right, defects, or because of this masculine passing along these fucking diseases or whatever. All right. Here. So again, if you get pregnant, if it's early enough, I don't know, you may terminate, but if it's too late, I do feel like something gonna be wrong with the baby, or you're gonna find out that, you contracted something, and then they're gonna start talking about options when you visit the doctor. I just said that. Listen, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. When you visit the doctor, we got gift. Yeah, handing out the package. Handing out the package when you go to the hospital. Okay? When you go to the hospital to have a baby or something like that, because it takes some time. It's a waiting game. All right. It don't pop up immediately. It's kind of, it has a gestation just like the baby. The alphabet soup, it has a gestation. You know what I mean? And so this person could have proposed to you. Again, all of this was just like, well, now what you gonna do? Like they did it on purpose. They got you pregnant on purpose. They passed this disease, this fatal disease. It is a fatal disease. They did it on purpose. Okay, all of this. And so you go to the doctor and you're gonna find out, like, yeah, you got the package with this gift. Okay. Here. You may live with this person. It's their way of controlling. It's their way of controlling uh women, or yeah, they have a stable. Okay. This could be somebody who has like this kind of pimp energy, or again, I feel like, maybe they're handsome or whatever. They have this aesthetic. So they collect women. Yeah, look, he got the red pen. He got eight, okay. Got a whole stable of hoes. All right, a whole harem. They may have different residences, or houses, or whatever. They keep one over here, one over here, one whatever. You know, a third wife or somebody else engaged. So you got one over here, and it's about three. It's three of y'all. Okay, you may be the newest one. All right, to the gang. There go you. There you are. All right. So this cycle is just starting for you. Okay, here. Somebody else, maybe they're engaged, or they, somebody got a ring or something, the promise of something. All right. Here, and then there's a side piece somewhere else. Just know that nigga, okay, the devil, she can't stand his ass. But yeah, they, and all of them are watching, okay. And then you have just the unsuspecting bird bitches that, and he's mad because even though his reckless behavior is the reason that got him in this situation, because he was being reckless with his dick, reckless with his health, and he got it from some bird, and that's why. But he's giving this to like good women, okay. Here, and bird bitches alike. But yeah, okay. So it's like three main ones, and then just a bunch of bird bitches that he passing it around to, giving everybody death sentence. Yeah, he said, "Baby, bitch, this death row." Okay, trigger warning. Okay. But this is going to be devastating for you because again, the the baby. Okay. Or maybe there is a baby, or if somebody's had a baby, part of the defects or effects was because he passed along these diseases and whatever. Okay, so I do feel like that's a conversation that the doctor is going to have with somebody that you have contracted, or the package. Okay, here, yeah, Lord over these hoes, and it's a way passing along these diseases, getting people pregnant and passing along these diseases. Is this person, this pimp or whatever the fuck? Okay, polygamist or whatever this person is on. Okay, it's their way of keeping women loyal. They could have abandonment issues. This is a sick way of keeping women towards the, but it's like you loyal now. Now where you gonna go? Yeah. Now you here with the baby and the red string. Yeah, there's the red string with the AIDS and the HIV. Yep. Okay. And then because this is like, well, who gonna want me now? All right, and he knows that. So this is how this masculine is collecting. Okay, women. Here's the baby here too. Okay, and so, and again, you see how this another one. You see how she look all about the face, like all devastated, like they're all sickly. They're all, they have these kids, and it's just a real fucked up situation. There might be four of y'all and the bird bitches. One, two, three. Yeah, about four of y'all. Okay. Um. Okay, girl. Let's go to the tarot. Give me this surprise. And it says sorrow, not her survive. Yeah, survival of the fittest. Like okay. He don't care either. He don't give two fucks. Okay. One of these women or whatever, he couldn't wait to infect her. Okay, this is somebody that they knowingly and purposely infect. All right. Here. Yep. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like they're on to their next prey, or you may be the new prey, and maybe you don't know what's coming towards you, but that's what's coming towards you. Okay. They may dangle a carrot of engagement or ring, and the other bitch is just sitting back to see if you buy this shit. Okay. So you can get another prison sentence too. Okay. Um, this is somebody who studies what you want and then presents it to you, but there's a catch. Yeah, it's to hold you back. Nine of Wands with the Strength card. Okay. Um, here and yeah, getting you pregnant on purpose, and they do this. It's a trap. Ace of Pentacles is also a child. Yeah, the Rivers. That's he poked holes in the condom. Okay, to get you pregnant. And they have done this many times, and they have told everyone, oh well, you're the one, these are just hoes, they're just whatever, but you're the one I want to be with, you're the one I'm going to marry, you're the one, all these bitches get scraps and I give you everything. And okay, it's a little program they run. All right, but they definitely poked holes in the condoms to trap you, for sure. Okay, to get you pregnant, they absolutely did. All right. um where are we at? Damn, we at 34. I did not mean for this. Well, it's kind of serious. I said it was 911, bitch, so I can't put a timer on it. But damn. Okay. What is this waiting and wedding? Yeah, for some of you, that's the proposal was to kind of soften the blow, or okay, well we married anyway, or we something. Okay, like, this person is like really sick, literally. Yeah, to prevent you from moving forward. Three of Wands, Five of Cups, and you may have even started, you know, um, voicing displeasure or something, showing signs that you were going to break up with them or whatever. And it was another way to stop you. It's like, well, now you can't move forward. And even if you do move forward, you stuck. You can't go with nobody else because now you got the package. Okay. Here. Some of these other women moved on and they infected other people. And it's a curse. It's a curse. I mean, that literally is a curse, but this what this person is doing, it's a curse. And it's cursing women and preventing them from, finding, real spouses, partners, happily ever after, all this shit. So now even if you wanted to move forward, you can't. All right. And I said this too, that the other women are sitting back watching the program. They know what this masculine does, and they just sitting back watching. Okay. They sitting back wherever they are, watching the whole shits and knowing that it's going to end up the same. Okay? That everybody gonna be end up in black just waiting, you know what I mean? To all right. And that's the most fucked up part is because they could say something, Some of them do think about saying something, but they don't end up, and so it's just like they're watching this masculine infect all of these women and impregnate them with babies, infect them with diseases, infect them with HIV. And, it's like, well, we just all be over here together. Okay. They could say something. This bridge shows me that they have a means to say something and reach out. They just don't. They sit there and watch, knowing him doing this, and they don't say anything out of fucking spite. Some of them are like, yeah, that's what these bitches get. Ace of Wands. Yep. Well, that's what these bitches get. And this masculine doesn't even like women for real. With this haughtiness and this prison sentence clarified by the Ace of Wands and the pregnancy. Like, yeah. And then the other ones, the other women's in the other places, they like, oh, this bitch thinks she thinks she got a prize. She thinks she okay. Like, yeah, bitch, you sure do. You sure do. Like, yep. And they also know that this person is going to dangle marriage and leave them hanging, them, abandon the motherfucking kids. Okay. It's a whole that okay, they got the script down pat. He gonna promise to marry her, he gonna buy a little fucking ring, he gonna have a baby or whatever, and then he gonna abandon them right before she get the motherfucking results. Okay, he gonna start a motherfucking argument that could possibly go left. I feel like this masculine is also abusive. He may be physically violent also. Okay. But this is a binding. This is a curse to bind. This is how he binds souls. It's a soul collector. Okay. Here. And as soon as you give him any kind of or you challenge him, you come back with the results or whatever, especially if they're financially if he's financially supporting you in any way and you come back like, I just came from the doctor. They said I got AIDS. Well, bitch, I didn't give it to you. Well, who else? I ain't been sleeping with nobody else. Okay, well, bitch, get out. You and get the fuck out. Okay. And when they get mad and they say the most, especially don't let them get mad. Don't let them be drunk. Don't let them be under. If they say the most, all right. Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, Seven of Swords. Like this person can get really vicious and vile and fucking, and they feel like they can do it because they are the breadwinner. Bitch, what you gonna do? Okay. Now I do feel that some is going to take them. Somebody's going to take this mess on the court. I don't know if it's going to be you. All right, here, but some do. Um, they might end up going to court because of the baby or other baby or knowingly. I guess they can go back into the records to see how long this person had it. And, it's one thing to, I guess it's one thing to get somebody pregnant and knowing you have a disease and knowing it's one thing to sleep with somebody knowing you have a disease, knowing you have a fatal disease. All right. And so that's one. Somebody could be going to jail for this. Okay. That's one count. And then, you come back and be like, okay, you're pregnant. And, maybe you just took a pregnancy test or whatever. I don't know. It just feel like something slipped through the cracks and you didn't, maybe you didn't get the full blood work or something like that. And so you don't find out about it later until the baby is like developed or far along. And then you get like the test results back saying that you have something. But mind you, this masculine has known the whole time that they had something because they've had this disease. I'm hearing for years or a year plus, 2 years plus. And so it's like not only did you knowingly infect this person, and and they may ask you, well, when's the last time you slept with him? You could be like, oh, I slept with him, whatever, last week. And so it's like, and you're pregnant or farther along, or however this storyline goes. It's just the knowledge of the fact. So it's like you're knowingly doing this, knowing that they're pregnant, knowing that you have this disease, knowing that it can harm the baby. It's something like that. Okay. Queen of Swords, the Wheel card. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They gonna do it again. Somebody else pregnant. Queen of Wands. All right, with this Six of Swords. Okay. They and I feel like the block might be getting too hot, so maybe they just start telling people go ahead and get an abortion. All right here. For some, they knowingly sleep with this person without protection, and they're telling these women, these bird women, these Queen of Wands women, and telling them Six of Swords to go ahead and get an abortion. When they sleep together or something like that. Yeah, Six of Swords, they have those. But then they have, I feel like the bird bitches, they don't want to have babies by them. So they'll fuck somebody that's down to, not have protect, you know what I mean? Because that's what they do. They probably already got some anyway. And, they probably used to have an abortion. This is like really fucking sick. They probably used to have an abortions anyway, whatever. So they'll go get the abortion and, they'll give some money, they'll get the abortion, whatever. But it's the fact that they hunt and prey on good women or women that they want to take down. All right. Here, they'll see, yeah, Queen of Cups energy. They'll see them. They're the angel of death, literally. Get to mixing and all of that. It's like, let me give them a baby. These people are bisexual or down low. Let me get them pregnant and give them this death sentence. And they go for the loving, they go for wives. These are a lot of you divine feminines, or you're somebody's wife. Okay. And they want to rob you of your future. Okay, or this person does whatever. Okay. Um and so yeah, some of you are going to go to the doctor when you go to your next doctor's visit because maybe something didn't come up at first, but it comes up later, and they're going to let you know that you got exposed, and they're going to be like, "Well, do you have any other partners or something like that?" Okay. Here, and maybe you say, "Oh, well, so and so's pregnant," or something like that, and something like really, really gets exposed. Okay. About this person doing this to multiple people. It's like it's a thing. It's a pattern recognition. That may be what gets this masculine caught up. But I say all that to say they definitely did this shit on purpose. Okay, this person is an enemy to women. This masculine enemy, um, constancy. They use money. Okay, a lot of them know you won't. This person knows you won't walk away because they have money, because they have wealth, or it makes it hard. And if you give them any pushback, they just like get the fuck out. Okay. Um. Here, I feel like somebody got multiple kids though, and for a lot of them, they get pregnant and they leave. They don't even stay around for the kid. Just depending on your worth, like the ones that they kind of, yeah, I was finna say care about, but then the Holy Spirit corrected me real quick. It's not that they care about you or they love you. The ones that they keep or get engaged or buy a house is because a lot of you are with the Queen of Cups, you are divine feminine, you are valuable to the kingdom of God, the Lord. And so they want they want a front row seat to watch you spiral crash out when you find out, you have this baby, the baby got something, or you have some, okay? And so they'll put you up because that's like a real accomplishment. They don't care about the bird bitches and all of that. They treat them like whatever, kick them to the curb, like kick rocks or whatever. Okay. They don't really care about, yeah. These ones, they want to sit up front. Now, some of you are going to dodge a bullet, right? Five of Swords, yeah, you may have an argument. They may say something crazy, and you get out. You're like, I don't give a fuck what you got, what you want. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, something ain't right, something ain't adding up. Maybe this person triggered from childhood. It is something where with the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, you just start putting two to two together with this tower card, and you just know, like, yeah, I can kind of see where this is going, and I want no fucking parts of it. So some of you are able to dodge a bullet. Some of you may even figure out this person is down low with this Two of Swords energy. Okay, you could figure this out maybe because you go and you meet this person's family, or they tell you a story and you're able to put two and two together, and then you start to think some more about, the stories they told you about, well, what happened to your ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-baby mama, or whatever. And I just feel like the red flags, and a lot of you get the fuck out of Dodge and you avoid this death sentence. Tower, Ten of Swords. Yeah. King of Cups, Nine of Wands. Okay, this is a pretender, the great pretender. Charming, affectionate, present. All of these are tools. The devil was the most beautiful angel. All these are tools, but they are really, really, really fucking abusive, like in Psycho with the Seven of Cups. Okay, um, and I feel like it's because they're upset that they have this disease or whatever. And mind you, they have the disease because they're carnal, but they blame it on the woman or whoever, however they contracted it. Not even if it came from a woman, because the Two of Swords tells me that they contracted this from, okay, uh yeah, a man. It wasn't even a woman here, but they have blamed women as the source, or maybe they did. I don't know. The Two of Swords is two men, but yeah, they contracted it from a man who violated them in their past. But the reason that they blame women is because maybe their mother knew and didn't do anything about it. And so this is their reason and justification for um handing out the package to all these women. Here the gifts is right here. And then passing it around to as many as they can. All right. This death sentence. They are batshit crazy cuckoo for motherfucking Cocoa Puffs, though. I tell you that. Some of you do end up going to court or taking this person to court, okay, with this Empress card and this Three of Swords, because it's like it's one thing to infect me and harm me, but you harmed a baby. Some of you again may end up having to abort the baby because there are problems because of the diseases or whatever. All right. Maybe a baby could be born with a heart defect or something because of, they contracted something because you kept sleeping with this person. It's something like that. All right. Or you could possibly take them to court, okay, for this. Because it's like you knowingly did this, you knowingly harmed me while I was pregnant. You put my life in danger. You knew you had all of this going on. I feel like you put all the pieces together. All right, here, Justice card, Three of Swords, and then you find that you. I feel like you figure out that this, like, you did it on purpose. Okay, Magician card. All right, here. Some of you, if you share a computer or something, I feel like somebody could erase some results, or if you got something in the mail They could have threw it away or hid something, from you, for knowing. All right. Others of you, Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Sun card. Um, I feel like for some of you, Divine Masculine, the window of conception is really tight. So some of you, um, you may have dodged a bullet as far as maybe the baby isn't his. Okay, it could be someone else's, and so you're good there. But you know, you're good there with this Hermit and this Nine of Wands. Maybe you're spared, and the baby isn't theirs with this Two of Pentacles and this Sun card. Or it's like a 50-50 chance, or that's what they tell you at the doctor. Okay. It depends on the window of, when, for some of you, it depends on, because you could be asking the doctor, well, how bad is it? Or, because I think depending on what state, they could say, oh, you want to get rid of the baby or whatever. For some of you, it's too late. And so you may be talking numbers like the probability of, what the baby could have or any adverse defects or anything like that. And, the nurse may tell you it just depends on the window of when you got infected, okay? And when the baby's like organs or whatever were forming, that depends on, so the nurse be like, girl, it's a 50-50 chance that the baby comes out and has the disease, full-blown AIDS or something like that, okay? And in utero. Okay, so it's that fact that they had the disease and they knew and they kept sleeping with you and no, okay, put the baby's life in danger. All of that. Some of you may become you may want to play in traffic, okay, with this Fool card. This person may be also, and this is a way again to collect women through the most toxic demonic way. All right, Four of Pentacles and this Emperor card and this King of Wands. Like, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, for some of you, it's a matter of paternity because you may have slept with somebody right before you slept them. So, I feel like you still catch something, but the only glory, saving grace is this baby is not theirs. And so, therefore, you're able to detach and leave. Others of you, it is. And it's just a matter of how much the baby is going to be affected. Okay. Um, Four Pentacles, Emperor card, and we have the King of Wands. Yeah, and the Chariot. So for some of you, it is a matter of paternity on whether the baby is going to have this or not. Um, Number one, and again, the window, and I feel like something is like 50-50 with this Four of Pentacles on whether they have or have not are able to fight something or all right. Um, Here, there's another person pregnant. They're probably gonna have a girl. This Page of Cups. Ten of Swords, but I feel like that person also has it, this fatal disease also. Okay, and this person has a history. A lot of you are going to be able to compare receipts and dates of conception and all this and put this together. That this person was doing this, was taking out women actively. Okay, and they hunted probably on the internet or whatever. Eight of Pentacles, Moon card, Six of Wands. Again, women, that were successful, that have something amazing going on for themselves, trying to get them pregnant, trying to pass on this curse so they can abort their destinies. All right, by giving them this disease, they want to stop it. And the Lover's card is here. This person is, for some of you, they do go both ways or whatever. Okay, maybe one of you were able to catch something and got away. Maybe some of you were able to catch the red flags and the signs, and so you didn't sleep with this person. Six of Swords, and you were able to get away because you read between the lines of what this person was and wasn't saying. All right, here with this Carrot, some of you may have been able to discern from being around their family or friends or observing their behavior. Like, yeah, no. Okay. Um, here. Some of you were able to look at their lineage and just kind of see and discern the truth with this Ten of Pentacles and this Ace of Swords. All right. And a lot of you are going to hear about this. This is going to be revealed to you, and you're going to realize that because you kept your morals, and because I feel like some with there is like one feminine that ends up escaping, okay, and it's because she is able to hold on to her morals. She has a specific set of rules, criteria. You need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to sleep with you. You got to do all of this and this, and this person wasn't able to meet that. Okay, like somebody, there's a feminine, like you want something specific and they weren't able to kind of meet this criteria, and that, holding on to God, your standards, your morals, that was your saving grace. And so that's how you were literally able to dodge this death sentence that this person has been passing out to everybody, because you stuck to your guns, you stuck to your morals. um Ten of Wands, and you put an end to shit. All right. I do feel like you're gonna find out about all these other women though. All right. We have Judgment. Yeah, Three of Wands here. All this is getting exposed. And some of you are gonna be so glad that you held back. You're gonna hear about this, okay? Possibly in the news, through social media, but you're definitely going to hear about all of this, because the Ace of Swords and the Moon card tells me, with the Tower, the Ten of Swords, trail of tears, trail of bodies, trail of all of this. This person, like I said, is the death angel.